All right, Sky, we are live.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Sky Sachko, and I'm the Director of Advanced Learning Experiences. And I'd like to take a moment to introduce my team here. We have Alzira Duncan, who is our GATE Program Coordinator, Catherine Jensen, who is our Avid Program Coordinator, Ilsa Billings, who is the IB Coordinator at Choya High School. And from UHS, we have Rosalinda Rodriguez, who's an assistant principal at UHS, and Carmen Hernandez, who is the UHS recruiter. And we're here to answer all of your questions, so let's get started.
Sky, thank you so much, and thank you for everybody who's joining us during this forum. Our first question is for you, Sky, to talk about in general about ALE. Tell us what falls under ALE, what does it mean, and what are the benefits in general to have our kids as students in these programs?
So there are a lot of different things that fall under the ALE umbrella. We have advanced placement courses where students can earn college credit by taking an exam at the end of that course. Those courses are certified by College Board. We have Avid, which is a program that supports students in their advanced coursework. We have dual credit courses under ALE where students can earn college credit. Our gifted and talented education courses, which are available K-12. Honors courses available at our middle schools and high schools, and IB courses, which are only available at Choya High School, and also University High, which is an admissions only high school. So all of those things are what fall under the umbrella of ALE. And there's just so many different ways how these benefit students. It depends on the ALE opportunity that students want to take advantage of, and it depends on what they have in mind for their future. But all of these opportunities provide an experience where students are going to have opportunities to be their best self, engage in learning and discussions that are hopefully going to enrich their educational experience and prepare them for whatever future endeavors they have in mind for themselves.
Thank you so much, Sky. Our next question, I'm going to go to Alzira actually for GATE. So if I had a child who qualified previously for GATE, but we declined the services or we pulled out, does my child have to retest again?
No, once the child is qualified, always qualified. So anytime that you want to come back, just let us know and we'll reactivate the enrollment in our program.
Thank you, Alzira. We're going to go on to UHS, but first of all, I want to invite our Facebook viewers to please submit your question in the comments if they have any specific questions for any of these programs. So this question will be for Carmen or Rosalinda. Tell us about the application process and when will it start?
Okay, I can answer that question. So at this time, with the UHS admissions testing has been suspended due to the delay on hybrid instruction in TUSD under the guidance of Pima County Health Department. And so we will share our plan with you all when it's finalized. But when we are not in COVID years, Carmen can tell you a little bit about what the admissions process looks like in general. But for this year, what I
Thank you, Rosalinda. Hi, this is Carmen Hernandez, and I've been the University High School recruiter for 11 years. And the application process is very simple for non-TUSD students. The great thing about University High School is that because we are Tucson Unified School District, very proud of that, we do not need to have a process for an application. And that is because in the past, prior to COVID, 7th graders would take the test at their middle schools. And that is really important to know. Because of COVID, the plan had been that 8th graders would take the test this year, But as Ms. Rodriguez explained, that test is null for this year. The application is going to be a little bit different. They are looking into different ways of how this year's, the class of 2021 and the class of 2021-22 will have to apply. That information will come to you as soon as we get it. But in the past, non-TUSD students do have to send an application. TUSD students do not need to send an application because they do test at their middle schools, and their counselors will provide more information.
Thank you very much, Carmen. We're going to go ahead and ask a question for Ilse. Ilse, can you tell us what is IB?
Yes, absolutely. So IB stands, well, not just for my initials, as you can see, Ilse Billings, but it actually means International Baccalaureate. And the International Baccalaureate is a world-renowned program. And it's a program that definitely will prepare your students for college or a four-year university. The nice thing, though, about the International Baccalaureate is that it is known around the world. And so it will provide your student with opportunities to study abroad if they like, and it will provide them with opportunities to go to any university that they basically will apply for. It's a program that's holistic in nature. So what that kind of means is that your student or your child will take coursework in 6 different subject groups. We're all familiar with the subject of English, math, science, and history, but students in the International Baccalaureate will also take coursework in fine arts. And they also, if they go for a full diploma, which means they take the course in all of these 6 subject groups, do work outside of school for their community, which is in addition to the coursework. If a student goes for the diploma, they also have to write an extended essay. But students can choose to take a class in the program, 1, 2, or 3, and then obtain a certificate after their senior year. That's what the International Baccalaureate is all about.
Thank you, Ilse. We do have a question from Facebook, and this will be for Alzira. How will we be doing incoming kinder testing for GATE?
Incoming kinder, meaning the child is in preschool. If the child is in preschool, we will start testing in March. As soon as we finish testing, the invitation, other students from the district are not outside of the district, but we will offer testing starting in March, and we'll put it on our Facebook, and we'll put it in our blog and our website. But you can also write to us at GATE, G-A-T-E, capital letters, department, D-E-P-T, small case, at TUSD1.org for any more questions or if you need updates. At this time, we don't have a specific date because things are changing and we're still under the COVID guidelines. So you can write to us, email us, and you keep updating you with our dates and times for the test.
Thank you so much, Elzira. The next question is for Catherine, and it's about Avid. Catherine, can you please tell us about Avid? Is it for elementary, is it for secondary, and what are the differences?
Sure. It's actually a K-12 program, so elementary and secondary both benefit from the program. To start off, the acronym AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, and its whole purpose is focused on future-ready skills of the student. So providing team building, relational building, capacity so that they can collaborate, and really focusing on 5 in particular strategies based in writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading, critical thinking skills. And it's all based on a college and career readiness framework where the student is prepared with a toolbox that gives them agency as they develop their goals moving past high school. So they can enroll in it K through 12. It is a nationwide program meant to help them in their future.
This question is for ALE. Sky, if you can explain to us, what is the purpose on taking an AP class? What does AP mean?
Thanks, Carla, for that question. AP stands for Advanced Placement, and students can take advanced placement courses in high school. There are a whole bunch of different subject areas, depending on the high school, that students can choose to take an AP class in. And really the point of taking an AP class is that students get an opportunity to engage in college level coursework. They're rigorous courses that help prepare students. It can help qualify them for scholarships by taking these rigorous courses. Potentially, they can also, if they complete the course and take the exam at the end of the course and get a good score, then they can actually earn college credits depending on the college that they want to go to. So if they're not sure if the college they want to go to accepts AP credits, which most of them do, but if they want to know maybe how much college credit they're going to get, they can go to that college's website and look up their class to see potentially how many college credits they could earn. So there are a whole bunch of reasons that students may want to take an AP course. And those are just a few of the main ones. Are there other ones I left out, Carmen, or?
No, those are excellent. The main reason is
Oop, I think she's
frozen.
froze.
Yes.
We'll move on and hopefully she'll come back soon.
Yeah, and I did want to mention all of our high schools do offer AP courses. Even Choya has an AP course available as well, but at Choya, the IB courses are, they're not the same, but they have the same idea, right? Where students can take these exams to earn college credits. And, you know, that's engaging in a rigorous course of study that can also qualify students for, you know, scholarship opportunities potentially. Yeah.
Thank you so much. We have another question from Facebook for you, Alzira, regarding GATE. We have a parent who says her son received an invite to test for GATE. He's currently in kindergarten, and this was a couple months ago that he got the invite. Does he need to do, or do they need to do anything else for him to test? And
No.
she mentioned that she did send in the signed blue invite. So is there anything else she needs to do?
She does not need to do anything. We are scheduling testing at this time. We just received the okay to test the students. So we are December 1st we're going to start going to sites to test kinder and second, third, fourth, and sixth graders in K-8 schools. But we will email each parent the date and time for your site. So the site for that student may be in January. If you don't receive anything from us and you are worried about, you can welcome to send us an email and ask for dates for an update. But we're starting in December 1st, but we have 60 schools. So, you know, your school it's not gonna fall and may not be tested in December, maybe January or early February. We think we can test by the end of January, everybody should have been tested. But that's tentatively with, you know, all the COVID guidelines and everything. But if everything goes okay, we start December 1st until the end of January. And then please let us know if you have any questions, if you need to know when, and if we received the blue form, we can inform you of that.
Thank you so much. And actually a follow-up question, because you did mention that you guys are going to start December 1st, you know, tentatively. Will the test be physically at student schools, or are we going to be doing virtual testing? with.
So we don't have a virtual testing. Only UHS was going to start pilot the online testing at this year, but GATE itself, we don't have. It's a paper and pencil. We're gonna be at the site. The luck and sad thing is that the numbers are very low. So there's, space for social distancing and all of that. You have 6 people in the room. So I think it's gonna be sort of the setup. It seems to be okay. Low numbers of students testing at this time, but we are at the sites.
Okay,
At
so
our student site.
so the tests are gonna be at the sites.
That's going to be at the side. The pencil and paper, we're going to be starting. Everybody, we decided that we're not going with the school schedules. We're starting at 9 o'clock because now we have a different adjustment for our behavior at home and how we do with the schooling. So we're starting at our sites at 9 o'clock, but parents will receive the information, test and time. And we have to follow now mask, all the procedures that the school does have to follow, we will have to follow too. So
Thank you, Alzira.
Sure.
The next question, maybe Sky, you can answer this. What programs of ALE are available at Pueblo High School?
I would recommend contacting the principal or the counselors there to see about the specific classes, but they do offer, Pueblo offers a college prep academy where they have several opportunities for students to take dual credit coursework where they can earn college credit in high school. Some of those classes are free college credits through Pima Community College, and they also have one class through the University of Arizona, a science class program that's really popular there. They do also offer all of the AP classes that are offered at most of the high schools. I can actually look specifically, it will just take me a moment, but I would recommend contacting the counselor specifically, but they do offer a lot of dual credit courses, and they offer several AP and honors courses. Kathy, did you have something you wanted to add about that?
I was just going to say, to support all of those advanced learning experiences at Pueblo, they are an Avid school as well. So that is an opportunity for the student to collaborate with fellow Pueblo warriors in their courses as well.
Yeah, so if I look at Pueblo, they have AP Chemistry, AP Government, AP English Lit and Composition, AP Language and Composition. I mean, there's a whole bunch. They've got AP Music Theory, Spanish Language. They have a ton of classes if you're looking for advanced learning experiences, for sure.
Thank you so much, both of you. Next question, either for Rosalinda or Carmen, whoever wants to answer. Do we have any news on UHS testing for 8th graders that couldn't test last spring, and any information for current 7th graders as well?
We do not. We do not have any new information at this point. We will keep you all posted with the new COVID guidelines and school not starting hybrid. We just postponed it for now. It's been delayed, and we will keep you posted on more information regarding testing.
Rosalinda, another follow-up for UHS. Will students that are applying to UHS, this is from Facebook as well, have the chance to visit the school or talk with teachers before making their decision?
Go ahead, Carmen.
Hi, they will be, so normally I would be the person that I do the tours. I do very individualized tours that last anywhere between an hour to 2 hours. And at that time, I do have them speak with the specific teachers or coaches that they would like to converse with. However, I am going to wait for TUSD to give me the go once we can start accepting students at our school. And it would be, again, a one-on-one tour. And that would be starting in January if we are allowed. That's, again, TUSD policy.
Thank you so much. This next question is for Catherine. with regards to Avid, what is a typical week in an Avid elective class?
Thank you for that question. So the Avid elective class is 6 through 12 at our Avid participating middle and high schools. And a typical week includes 2 days dedicated to tutorials where college tutors come in and collaborate with the kids in small groups on a point of confusion that they have in common as far as the subject. So a lot of collaboration and peer help as far as solving some questions that they may have within their coursework. The other 3 days within the Avid elective course include team building, college and career awareness. Right now they're taking virtual college tours and researching careers online. They're learning skills as far as the writing process, close reading, organizational skills. They keep a binder, which right now in virtual space is an e-binder. So they're learning all those skills to be future ready. So a typical week is busy with a lot of collaboration and that added level of the tutorials.
Thank you so much, Catherine. We're gonna move on to Ilse for another IB question. Ilse, can you tell us what would be the benefits for my student and child to participate in the IB program at Cholla?
Sure, there's many benefits. And of course, just like any other programs present, one of the main benefits is college readiness and preparedness. A big difference, as I mentioned before, is that your child will also have opportunities to attend colleges abroad, not just in this country, but any other countries in the world as well. In addition to that, the IB philosophy really focuses on encouraging young people to self-reflect. And so young people, students will ponder the question, what kind of person am I? What kind of student am I? What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of student do I want to be? And so in the classroom, unlike perhaps an AP classroom, students get time to reflect on their learning and their own personal development as an individual. Because in the International Baccalaureate, the purpose or the goal is for a person to discover or self-discover what they want to do to make the world a better place. So that is a benefit, because in order to be successful in life, it isn't necessarily always about academic grades. It's also about your own character development.
Thank you so much. We do have a follow-up for Alzira because we have a couple of people just joining us now on Facebook. We're going to go back to testing incoming kinder students for GATE. Do we have a date, or are we delayed due to some of the COVID?
Well, we're not really delayed. The pre-kinder students, they are developing their motor skills or social, so it's better time for them to test in March, and so happens that's when we are going to be available to start doing that. So you're welcome to sign up. You're welcome to send us an email, and we can put your child on the list. We will be going to some of our sites with the pre-GATE classes, the self-contained GATE schools to test, and we also be testing at CAVIT. So if the time for you does not work, we can accommodate you at CAVIT. We are there 5 days a week and some days 6. So we can test anytime, any day, but I would suggest to wait until February to start, asking us about the test. We can test before if you feel confident your child will be successful. We find that they are more successful if like after March with the testing, both things that we do. So, but it's your choice, it's your call.
Thank you, Alzira. Sky, we're gonna go back to you now. We wanna talk about dual credit. What is dual credit? how can students receive this dual credit to get credits for college? And do all schools, all high schools and TUSD offer this?
Thanks, Carla. So yes, every high school in TUSD does offer dual credits. Some schools have more dual credit opportunities than others. For example, Santa Rita and Pueblo have a lot of dual credit course offerings, but all of our high schools have some. And some of the most popular classes that students can take for dual credit include our biotechnology class, college algebra, which is math 151, writing 101 and 102 is another popular choice. And so what it does for students when they take a dual credit class, for example, math 151 is college algebra, students would take that class at their high school campus. Most of the time it's with their TUSD teacher who has been certified by PIMA to award college credit. So for that Math 151 class, that student would be in that class with their TUSD teacher. As long as they earn a C or above, PIMA is going to award them that college credit. And they can take, and they also get a math credit towards graduation from their high school as well. So they get kind of 2 credits for it, right? They get the credit towards high school graduation, and then they get that college credit, which they can then, if they want to continue going to PIMA, they can. If they want to transfer that credit to another university, they can transfer those credits. So it benefits students in a lot of ways, and it helps kind of get them prepared for college level coursework because they're engaging in that coursework that's required by the colleges. Those teachers do have to make sure that they're covering all the student learning outcomes that are required to actually award students credit for that class. And it's kind of nice because they get to still take it on their high school campus with their high school teachers. So it's kind of a nice transition in a way for students to be able to take those classes with their high school teachers. And they also have the benefit of having more time with their teacher than they would if they were taking that class at the college. For example, that college algebra class might be a 3-credit class where they would, if they were in college versus with their class, with their high school teacher, they get the opportunity to take more time to work through that material with the support of their TUSD teacher, helping them and guiding them along the way and giving them instruction in that material instead of kind of, college goes at a much faster pace because they don't meet as often, and there's lots of, depending on the school. So there's lots of benefits to taking a dual credit course in high school.
Thank you so much, Sky. We have another question from Facebook for either Rosalinda or Carmen, whoever wants to answer. Do we know yet if testing for UHS will occur in person or if it's something that might be done online or virtually?
At this time, we do not know those details. I know that the COGAT test, we were going to be doing it online, but on site. That was the plan. Right now, we do not have more information. We will keep you all posted as soon as the plan is finalized.
Thank you, Rosalinda. There's a few questions from UHS that we would like to go ahead and ask you right now. If they're homeschooled, a lot of kids are doing virtual school right now through a school, but if they're homeschooled, do they need to submit that application, or what other documents do they need to submit?
Yes. Hi, this is Carmen again. If they are homeschooled, they definitely have to apply. And UHS admissions office is accepting applications at this time. And they will be communicating with those non-TUSD students immediately. But that does not come to University High School. It goes straight to the TUSD UHS admissions.
Thank you so much. And then another follow-up question for UHS, since we know UHS has a very rigorous curriculum. Plain and simple, do students have a social life?
Oh, I would love for you guys to come on over and visit us. And I would love to have had some students speak with you because that is one of the myths about university high school, that UHS students, all they do is homework. And that is the farthest from the truth. 80% of our students participate in extracurricular activities, whether it be sports or fine arts or clubs or volunteer work. And the reason that that happens, it's because we encourage our students to get involved. We know that colleges want well-rounded students. That is a given. And by allowing our students to take the classes, we always say that academics comes first. That is what we are known for. But secondly, when you have a well-rounded student that has included all these extracurricular activities, that student is going to receive a lot more attention than someone just focusing on academics. We have many students that go to work right after school and still manage to do the clubs and or the fine arts programs. So 80%, that is a really high percentage from our population.
Carmen, can you tell us about those programs? What fine arts programs do you offer at UHS, and what sports can students participate?
I would be happy to. We have every single fine arts program that every other school has, with the exceptions of a mariachi program, which I would love for us to have. The year that we had several students wanting a mariachi program, the students put together a club, and it became a really big club where we had a sponsor and the students did it themselves. That's the type of student that comes to University High School. They're go-getters, and they right away get going. Our dance department is amazing. We were the only school in the state of Arizona invited to go to France this past summer. And it was because they recognize the caliber of our programs. However, because again, COVID came in our way, we didn't get to go to France. But our band is by far the #1. And I know that I have some amazing other high schools. We are #1 in the state. We have about 250 students participating in that program. We want you to witness all of those programs, whether it be the choir and or concert band or orchestra. We have all of that. We also have every sport that TUSD offers. And believe it or not, we are well known at the state level. Our boys volleyball, for example, won the region's #1 spot in the district. So any sport, any sport that other high school offers that is within TUSD, we got it. And again, many of those sports have 60 to 70% participants come from University High School. In some instances, is almost 100%, like the boys volleyball team and the girls volleyball team as well. So those are things to get to know when people think that our students are only doing academics. That's why colleges notice our students, because they are involved and become amazing constructive citizens after graduation, which by the way, we have 100% graduation rate.
Thank you so much, Carmen. Next question for Catherine. Can you tell us which TUSD schools offer Avid?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the elementary level, Wright, which was just recognized as an A+ elementary school in the state, offers Avid school-wide. Yes, very proud of Wright. And Booth Fickett, being a K-8, offers it at all grade levels, so elementary and their middle school. And then moving to the middle schools, Doolin, McGee, Pister, Sechrist, Utterback, and Valencia. And a majority of TUSD high schools, Choya, Catalina, Palo Verde, Pueblo, Rincon, Saguaro, and Tucson High. And that's strategic. So if the student enrolls in Avid as a middle school student, their feeder high school also has Avid. So they can continue with Avid all the way through.
Thank you so much, Catherine. Let's go with Ilse for IB. Ilse, we understand that IB, is it exclusively for Choya High School? And if you can confirm that, and if there's any process or any prerequisites to be able to join the IB classes.
Yes, it's only exclusively at Choya. And the diploma program is a program that starts in the junior year and ends in the senior year. So it's a 2-year program, but we have IB prep classes in freshman year and also sophomore year. So that's 9th and 10th grade. So if a student comes to Choya as a freshman, they can take the IB prep classes, and then also as a sophomore, and then they can become an IB diploma program student in 11th grade. There isn't an admissions process like at UHS, and you've heard Carmen and Rosalinda talk about. All that is really required is an interest in learning about world cultures, a commitment to academic rigor, and wanting to learn a foreign language, because the students have to be committed to learning a foreign language as well.
Thank you so much. Our next question, we're going to go back to Sky. Do we know what AP exams are going to look like this year?
Well, what we do know about AP exams is that they're scheduled for May. College Board has said that if schools open, that students are expected to take the exams pencil and paper as usual. If schools are closed, or if they have a special circumstance students do, they can request, put in a request with their AP coordinator at their school to be able to take that exam virtually from home. The College Board has also said that AP exams won't look the same this past summer. They gave those exams online, and they kind of had to work out a lot of bugs and stuff because it was their first time administering exams in that way, and everyone had to take exams that way. So this summer will look a lot different because kids will be expected to take it pencil and paper as long as it's possible. But I think it's important to know that there's a possibility of an alternative if students have special circumstances, or if for some reason, which we hope not, but if for some reason the schools are closed at that time. So students will definitely have the opportunity to take their AP exams.
Hi, thank you so much. Let's move over to GATE. Alzira, there's different programs within the GATE department. Different schools offer different things like cluster GATE, etc. Can you explain what they are and how do we find out about what school offers what?
So we have the self-contained GATE program, which is a full-time program. The students must qualify and they stay 5 days a week, all day with that teacher, with one teacher. And those schools are White, Wheeler, Roberts Naylor, Lineweaver, Kellogg, and Hollander is our dual language school. The other schools follow sort of a feeder pattern schools. Your neighborhood school determines your GATE, self-contained GATE school. Transportation comes with it. The other program that we have that's very popular is the pull-out GATE program. We have 18 itinerant GATE teachers. I used to be one of them. And we go to all the elementary schools and we pull out students for 90 minutes. Right now we are virtual, of course, but we do the program 90 minutes and goes first grade to 5th grade. We don't see middle school students. Middle school students have resource classes that are offered in all middle schools, a GATE resource class, and it's open access. You don't need to pass the test to take those classes. And then the cluster schools are schools, I think we have 16 schools, and I wouldn't be able to name all of them, but there are 16 schools that they have a GATE certified or working towards the certification for each grade level. So the teacher and the students that are qualified for GATE, they stay with that teacher. So they are their neighborhood schools, and they have the certified teacher with them all day, but they're still being pulled out to see the itinerant GATE teacher. And I think those are our GATE programs. We have Tolly. It's a magnet school. It's not a park, but it's one that is still a GATE, and the teachers there are working towards a certification or already certified teachers for that. And Tolly, you don't need to take a test. You don't need to do anything. It's a magnet school.
Thank you so much, Alzira.
Can I add something else just really quickly? For the pre-kinder people, pre-kinder parents, the test that we are using, it's called NNAT, N-N-A-T. 3, it's a Naglieri testing. So you're welcome to Google to look for it, to see what it is, and to check it out and practice. They have some practice sample questions, so to practice with your child, okay? Check before you test. It's very important that the child's kind of aware of what they're gonna be doing with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're going to move on over to Ilsa, but I will say just one more time for anybody watching on Facebook, if you do have any questions for any of the ladies here, to please put them in the comments. We've got about 15 minutes or so left, so we want to make sure to try and get as many of your questions answered as possible in that time. So for Ilsa, our question here is, how does IB compare to AP?
Yes, that's a question that many people often ask. So the difference, well, I think Sky pointed out a similarity earlier when she said, you know, both courses end with some final exam or an exam that students take, they pass it. It definitely helps them with being ready for college and also getting scholarships. But the difference between the two is that IB is a required 2-year program. So a student has to complete coursework for 2 years in the diploma program. And then the teachers also are required to complete specific IB training to ensure that all of the practices and the standards are implemented in the classroom. Students who will go for the IB diploma, which is something that is recognized around the world, do have to complete coursework in 6 subject areas, plus they have to engage in some form of civic engagement, which in IB is known as CAS, which is creativity, action, and service. So they have to engage in that, and they have to complete a certain amount of hours doing that as well outside of attending classes. And then they also have to complete an extended essay, which can be comparable to a mini thesis of some sort in a subject of those 6 subject groups that's of interest to them. With IB, all of these activities and exams and assessments are also graded by outside examiners as a school. Not only do we work together with TUSD because we're part of TUSD, but we also have to work with the International Baccalaureate Organization, which is an international organization. And so rigor comes from research-based practices, and it also comes from reflecting and self-evaluation and going through that journey every 5 years. So I could say that the International Baccalaureate and its program does encourage continuous school improvement.
That's wonderful, Ilsa. Thank you so much. And to add to that, I have learned about the IB program because of the wonderful website and all the information that we have in TUSD1.org, so people can go visit and find out more information there and about all what it means exactly to be in the IB program. Thank you so much, Ilse.
Yeah.
Sky, we're going to move on to you. We have several parents that are concerned with the middle schools at TUSD, including one of the parents that we have on Facebook right now watching they don't feel very confident about the middle schools at TUSD, when in reality, we are offering very good ALE programs. We have Avid at Boothwicket, we have GATE in different middle schools like Doolin, and then the GATE program over at Hollinger. Can you elaborate a little bit more? And also Wakefield, I understand Wakefield is our new middle school that offers also some ALE opportunities.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, Carla, Wakefield is a school-wide ALE. They have honors classes in all the different grade levels. They're starting with 6th grade this year, and they're going to be adding 7th grade next year. So all the grade levels for this year are 6th grade. And so they've got accelerated math class offerings for students, honors science. That is a really cool space for students, and just visiting that campus, seeing all the remodeling that's been done. It's really a beautiful space, and they really value diversity and inclusivity there, and have, encourage discussion among their students. And yeah, like you said, we do offer advanced learning opportunities throughout the district. There's too many middle schools to name, but some of the advanced, like I had mentioned about Pueblo earlier, if you're interested in knowing specifically what classes, like does the school that I'm thinking about going to offer these classes, contact the counselors there. That contact information should be available on their website. If not, then feel free to find my email on the TUSD website, which is really actually just my name, sky.sachko@tusd1.org. And if you're having trouble finding the correct person to connect with, then send me an email so I can connect you with someone at a school that you're interested in. And so all of our middle schools have honors course offerings there. They are, a lot of them actually all of them offer Algebra 1 for high school credit in 8th grade. And a lot of our middle schools offer, in addition to the Algebra 1 course for high school credit that students can take, they offer other course offerings as well. A lot of our middle schools offer a STEM science class that students can take in 8th grade and get high school credit. Another popular one that they'll offer is Spanish, so students can get a year of their foreign language. And so it really just depends on the school. And we do have open access GATE courses offered at Roberts Naylor in our middle school, so students don't have to qualify. If you're looking to have GATE courses for your students, then you can check out Roberts Naylor to see if that's something you might be interested there. And 7 of our middle schools, like Kathy had mentioned earlier, they offer the Avid program, which gives students an opportunity to get tutoring from college tutors. Right now, they're taking virtual field trips, and we'll resume in-person field trips as soon as we can. But, really giving students an opportunity, if you might have a student that thinks, I'm not sure if I'm ready for taking these honors or courses for high school credit quite yet. Avid is a class that can support students in that, and we have that at Boothwicket. We have it at McGee, Valencia, Pister. Well, Kathy, help me out. I can't name all of them off the top of my head right now.
Doolin, Utterback, Valencia.
Doolin, Utterback, and Valencia.
And
yes.
McGee also, if you didn't.
And McGee too, yes. So there's a lot of different opportunities, and I think, getting an opportunity to see what the school offers makes a big difference, right? Because we might hear something or think a certain thing, but getting a chance to talk to somebody who's there, you really get a feel for what that school might be like and what kind of a fit that might be for your student, because it's up to you to decide, what's going to be the best fit for your student. And so I would encourage you to call the counseling department there or send them an email to, maybe you can take I think Carla, are some of the schools offering virtual tours that families can take part in?
Yes, each school will be announcing in their website when they're going to be doing either drive-throughs to visit and to do registration or to ask questions, but they're also going to do virtual events, kind of like what we're doing right now, where we're going to be live on Facebook and people can come in and ask questions to the teachers, to parents, to students. So it would be great. It was going to be great events. It's just each school is going to organize themselves and they're going to post it on their own social media and their own website. And of course, TUSD will help promote all of those events to make everybody aware of them.
Yeah, and I think that's a great opportunity to get a feel. I would say if you get to visit the campus, you know, but we're only limited with our visiting. You can drive around and see, but yeah, a lot of the schools have some amazing things to offer that hopefully will be helpful in making the decision. And you can also go to the TUSD1.org/ALE, and if you click on GATE's page there, that has all the schools listed. Like Alzira said, we have different opportunities at different schools across the district. And so you can see which schools offer GATE and check out their individual websites and contact someone there to find out more about their opportunities as well.
Thanks so much, Sky. One more question for Rosalinda at UHS. So we all know, or we may not know, that UHS shares a campus with Rincon High School. Can you tell us a little bit about the logistics of that and how that works with students as far as classes, extracurriculars, and things like that?
Absolutely. So we share a campus and we share sports. So we have the same teams for sports. We share some of the fine arts. Like there is some of the regular art classes, they have their class, we have ours, but for some of the dance and band and other extracurricular activities, we share. There's both schools included. We share the library and the cafeteria. We have two different lunches, one for UHS, one for Rincon. And just as a personal experience, my own son attended University High School, graduated 2018, and he never had, anything negative or anything that didn't work for him because there was two schools in one campus. He had friends on both schools and specifically people that he played sports with. So the logistics are actually, we have the same schedules so that students that share classes can attend the same classes and not interfere with their schedule. So it has worked so far. There's like in the U building, for example, one of our buildings, we have the second floor is all Rincon classes. The first floor is mixed, and then the lower level is mixed as well with a couple of Rincon classes, and the remaining classrooms are UHS. And so, so far it works.
Thank you so much, Rosalinda. It means like it seems like more opportunities by being together more than any negatives that we could even imagine. Well, we're getting to the end of our event. Want to thank everybody that is listening and every one of you that is participating. But before we go, I'm going to go around and ask each one of you if you can give your last thoughts or any important information that we have missed about your programs. So we're going to start with Alzira. Alzira, anything else you want to add for GATE?
No, just write to us, GATE, again, capital GATE, department at TUSD1.org. If you have any questions at this email address, there are 4 of us that received the email, so you get the response within 24 hours, sometimes within the hour. Don't feel shy about asking us if you received the information, when the test is, whatever you want to ask us, please feel free to do that. And we are going to have the makeup tests in January, February, and March. We will have other accommodations if we need to. So just let us know, write to us, talk to us, and we'll figure out how to test your child.
Thank you so much, Alzira. Let's move over with Catherine. Catherine, is there anything else you would like to add about the Avid program?
Two things. I just want to highlight that Avid is under the Advanced Learning Experience umbrella because of the support it provides to those students as they enroll in those opportunities, whether it's IB at Choya or their AP courses at high schools or those honors courses at their middle schools. So it's really a great opportunity to provide that extra support for a student. And the second thing is all Avid information and the schools that offer Avid can be found at TUSD1.org and /Avid, so AVID, all in capital letters.
Thank you so much. Ilse, what do you want to say about our IB program at Choya?
I think it's a great opportunity for your student if they're interested in something that would meet their learning needs more, and also gives them an opportunity to work outside of the classroom if they really want to learn more about cultures around the world. If they want to learn a language, then check out IB. You can simply Google International Baccalaureate in Google and it will come up. And at TUSD at Choya, we have the diploma program.
Thank you so much, Ilse. Rosalinda, anything else you would like to add that is as important to not leave out tonight here from UHS?
Absolutely. Just to consider UHS as your high school in the future, it is important that you know that we have 100% of our students graduate from the program. Last year, our students who graduated received over $40 million in scholarships. We are ranked one of the top 5 schools in Arizona in the nation as well. So we are happy to welcome you all to the Penguin family. Also, one important thing, we are also one of the most diverse high schools, admissions high schools in the nation. So that's another very important thing. We're happy to have a very diverse Penguin family.
Thank you so much, Rosalinda. And to finish up, Sky, under your umbrella, all these programs, anything else you want to push tonight?
Well, I just want to encourage students who are thinking about ALEs, no matter what school they decide to go to. If you want to take a whole schedule of all ALEs, then take a whole schedule. But if you're kind of nervous about, whether you feel like you might be successful or not, just try taking one in your best subject area or your favorite subject area so that you get that experience of that learning and having that opportunity to engage in that learning with your classmates who are interested in the things that you are. And so even if you just try one and then build on that, I'm confident that helps students build their confidence to take on more or just continue with that, whatever is best for them. I would encourage students to give that a try if they're not already doing that. And I just want to thank you all for your questions and for watching us. And I want to thank all the team that's here tonight as well. And please know if you're in the public watching that we're available to support you in making these choices and to provide you with the information that you need to make them. So feel free to check out the websites and send us an email if you do still have some lingering questions.
Thank you so much. We had great information tonight. Hope everybody felt that it was worth it. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hold one moment, everyone.